Vladimir Putin is cracking down on rap music in Russia. Not a fan of the rap music. Vladimir Putin is demanding the Russian government take charge of rap music after authorities crack down on number of concerts across country of Russia. Should I continue my Russian accent throughout the story? I feel like I should. Rap music and other forms are rested upon three pillars: sex, drugs, and protest, Putin said at the meeting. Yes, rap music is only sex, drugs, and protest. Well, there's the occasional dance. And I admit I did like the Dougie. He said, I am most worried about drugs. This is the way towards the degradation of a nation. Yes, yes. His comments come after Husky, one of Russia's most popular rappers. Husky? I never heard of Husky. It's a pretty dope rap name, I gotta say. Husky. I'm gonna guess Husky's an oversized individual. You know? Russian rapping. I mean, a whole rap game in Russia. That's just a whole... What a weird situation that is. I'd love to hear some of that. Husky was arrested after the cancellation of his concerts this weekend. Husky attempted to perform an impromptu show on the roof of a car after his concert at the local venue was shut down for containing what authorities called extremism. In fact, the rapper was sentenced to 12 days in jail, but was released early following the outcry from fans. Wow! I gotta look up a Husky video. Let's hear some Husky music, right? Why don't you want to hear Husky music? Come on, guys. You know, putting this guy in jail, you know, well, we have freedom of speech here in the U.S. I don't know what's going on in Russia. And apparently they're not into that at all, obviously. And I have my reservations about limiting freedom of speech on some level. I think there's some speech is problematic. But when it comes to art, I'm very, very much, because I'm an artist myself, I'm very much pro-art in most forms. So to censor art, I think, is a step in a dangerous direction. As an artist, sort of, I realize the importance of art in the culture, you know, because let's get serious for a second, as I tend to do. Art can transform a culture, and art is one of the only sort of change mechanisms that the regular citizens are allowed to have at their disposal. It's one of the few buttons we're allowed to push in the culture. We're not allowed to push, you know, international banking buttons and major, you know, diplomacy buttons. We're just not. We like to think we're allowed to push the political buttons with voting, but that's, at the end of the day, you find out what a fiction that tends to be. But art is really something that is at the fingertips of all of us, no matter what walk of life you happen to be in the culture. And art can be very transformative in the culture, which is why I think when it comes to any sort of censorship of art, you got to have a hands-off policy. You know, you cannot censor it at all. And as a stand-up comedian, I've noticed there's been a trend to sort of censor some of the things that comedians do on stage, and I think you have to take a hands-off approach to that as well. You know, art needs to be left alone. It may offend people. I don't care, okay, because the overall importance of art and what art can do to transform a country, and let's admit, I'm living in a country that needs some major transformation. And art can be very effective in doing that. You can't limit what me and other comedians or any other artist is doing with art in a culture. You just can't. And with that, let's hear a little bit of Husky. Oh, Husky's got it. Husky got game. By the way, the music video is outstanding. I don't think Husky has much of a budget. It's his friends are doing donuts in the snow with their cars throughout that. Fantastic. Hey, look it. Sounds pretty good. I don't know what Husky's saying, but not bad. You can't be jailing your artists. Okay, this is like a step towards fascism, obviously. Okay, where was I lost myself. Okay, he was sentenced to 12 days in jail, but was released following the outcry from his fans. Good. I'm glad they got him out of there. Perhaps they can get it together and make it so that Husky doesn't have to do an impromptu show on top of a Volkswagen. Let's get him back in the theaters. The rapper has long been critical of both the Russian government and Putin. Sure, of course, deservedly so. And he should be allowed to express himself. You should be allowed to express your criticism of government via art, okay? And the moment you stop allowing that, it's like, you know, it's a step towards fascism. That's exactly what's going on here. Other rappers in Russia called IC3 Peak and Flood, F-L-U-D-D, have also had recent concerts canceled following pressures from authorities. As artists have pointed out, the recent crackdown shows the Russian government's fear of art and activism. Absolutely. A new generation of musicians and artists who speak freely about various topics has appeared, and it seems that some people don't like this because they view it as a threat to government. Vocalist Anastasia Kreslina told the media. It seems they are afraid of some kind of cultural revolution. Absolutely. As The Guardian points out, this crackdown is reminiscent of the Soviet-era censorship of the arts when popular Western music was banned and rock musicians faced persecution. Putin has long had an antagonistic relationship with musicians. Throughout the 2010s, punk group Pussy Riot has become internationally famous for clashes with the government that resulted in 2 members getting harsh prison sentences. I remember that, actually. In his comments this weekend, Putin acknowledged that he cannot ban rap altogether. Oh, you can't? Oh, you can't rap? You can't ban Kanye? You can't, Putin? Is that what you thought you were going to do? We cannot ban the rap all over the world, I realize. But we'll do everything possible to control the genre. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck controlling the genre. This guy needs to step down. Awful person. If it is impossible to stop it... I'll keep the Russian accent as I round out this story. If it is impossible to stop it, it should be taken over and navigated in a particular way. How to do this? How to take charge and guide in the necessary direction. That's the most important issue, and I will address it. You're gonna guide rap to where? You're gonna make everybody rap about their emotional support puppies? Is that what you're gonna do? You know, art is meant to make the uncomfortable comfortable and the comfortable uncomfortable. Weird AF News.